Today, the United Kingdom is bracing for a significant and potentially disruptive weather event, Storm Bram. This is not just another rainy day, it's a powerful system that meteorologists have been tracking for days as it barrels toward the British Isles, gathering strength and intensity. The entire country is on alert as this major storm approaches, with forecasters warning of widespread impacts. Storm Bram is the second-named storm of the season, and it's making its presence felt with a dramatic display of nature's power. Expect to see fierce winds whipping through city streets and rural landscapes alike, accompanied by relentless driving rain. The combination of these elements is already causing concern for communities across the UK, as emergency services prepare for a challenging few days ahead. The storm's intensity is being fueled by a particularly strong jet stream high above the Atlantic, which is acting like a conveyor belt, pushing Bram directly over the UK. As a result, we're seeing travel disruptions on roads and railways, with fallen trees and flooding making some routes impassable. Power outages are already being reported in several areas, and the risk of further flooding remains high as rivers and drains struggle to cope with the deluge. The Met Office has responded by issuing a series of severe weather warnings across much of the country. These are not just routine advisories, they are official alerts that signal a real threat to safety and property. Residents are being urged to pay close attention to updates and to take these warnings seriously, as conditions could deteriorate rapidly. Adding to the unusual nature of this storm is the arrival of unseasonably mild air. Temperatures are expected to climb as high as 16 degrees Celsius in some areas, remarkably warm for December when the UK typically experiences much colder conditions. People are stepping outside in light jackets, surprised by the almost spring-like feel in the middle of winter. This unexpected warmth is actually intensifying the storm, providing extra energy that makes the rainfall heavier and the atmosphere more unstable. The result is a volatile mix of weather, with sudden downpours and rapidly changing conditions that can catch people off guard. It's a reminder of how interconnected our weather systems are, and how one factor can amplify another. The impact of Storm Bram will be felt from the northern reaches of Scotland all the way down to the southern coast of England. Millions of people are in the path of this storm, facing everything from travel delays and power cuts to the risk of flooding in vulnerable areas. Public transport is already experiencing delays, and many are being advised to avoid unnecessary journeys. In the coming scenes, we'll break down exactly what's happening with Storm Bram, explain the different types of warnings that have been issued, and offer practical advice on how you and your loved ones can stay safe. From preparing emergency kits to understanding evacuation procedures, we'll cover the essential steps you need to take. Storm Bram is a force to be reckoned with, demanding both respect and careful preparation. Now is the time to get ready, stay informed, and make sure you're weather ready for whatever this powerful storm may bring. When Storm Bram approaches, you'll start hearing about yellow and amber weather warnings issued by the Met Office. But what do these colors actually mean for you, your family, and your community? Understanding these warnings is crucial for staying safe and making informed decisions as the storm develops. Think of the warning system as a weather traffic light. Yellow is the first level. This means be aware. It's a heads up that the weather could cause some disruption to your day, like travel delays, power cuts, or minor flooding. It's not a guarantee of danger, but it's a sign to keep an eye on updates and be ready to adapt your plans if things get worse. Amber, on the other hand, is a step up. It means be prepared. Dangerous conditions are likely, and there's a much higher chance of impacts that could affect your safety, property, and daily life. Amber warnings signal a real risk to life and property. When you see an amber alert, it's time to take action. Secure loose items outside, check on vulnerable neighbors, and consider changing travel or work plans. Emergency services may be stretched, and roads could become hazardous or even impassable. The goal is to reduce risk before the worst of the storm arrives. For Storm Bram, yellow warnings have been issued across a wide area, covering most of Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and large parts of England. This means millions of people should be alert to changing conditions, especially if they live in areas prone to flooding or travel regularly. Expect gusts of 50 to 60 miles per hour in many places, with the strongest winds, up to 70 miles per hour, hitting exposed coastal areas. These winds can bring down trees, damage roofs, and make driving especially dangerous, particularly for high-sided vehicles and on bridges. Amber warnings are focused on the worst-hit areas. For wind, That's parts of Scotland and Northern Ireland, where the storm's force will be most intense. For rain, amber zones include South Wales and southwest England, where heavy downpours could quickly lead to flooding, landslides, and travel chaos. These regions face the highest risk of severe disruption. Think flying debris, fallen trees, power outages, and flooded streets. Emergency crews will be on high alert, but it's up to everyone to take precautions and avoid unnecessary risks. If you're in an amber zone, take the warning seriously, prepare your home, charge your devices, and have an emergency kit ready. Stay informed by checking updates from the Met Office and local authorities. In the next section, we'll take a closer look at the specific hotspots most at risk from Storm Bram, so you know exactly where the greatest dangers lie and can plan accordingly. Remember, know your warning, know your risk, and stay alert. Being prepared is the best way to protect yourself and those around you when severe weather strikes. Northern and western Scotland are bracing for Storm Bram's fiercest winds, as meteorologists warn that this could be one of the most powerful storms to hit the region in recent years. The atmosphere is tense, with communities along the coast and further inland preparing for the worst. Residents are securing their homes, businesses are closing early, and emergency services are on high alert, ready to respond at a moment's notice. The Met Office has issued amber wind warnings across much of the north and west, with forecasters predicting gusts reaching up to 90 miles per hour. Winds of this strength are considered hurricane force. Such conditions are rare in the UK and can have devastating consequences, especially in exposed areas. These ferocious winds have the potential to cause widespread damage. Buildings, especially older structures, are at risk of losing roof tiles or suffering structural harm. Power lines may be brought down, leading to outages that could last for hours or even days. Flooded roads and fallen trees will make travel not only difficult, but dangerous, with emergency crews urging people to stay off the roads unless absolutely necessary. ScotRail has already announced major disruptions to train services, with many routes suspended or delayed. Teams of railway workers are on standby, prepared to clear fallen branches, debris, and even repair damaged tracks as soon as it's safe to do so. Passengers are being urged to check for updates before setting out, as conditions can change rapidly. The official advice is clear: avoid travel if at all possible. If you must venture out, check for cancellations and delays, and be prepared for sudden changes in the weather. Many train platforms and bus stations are eerily empty, as people heed the warnings and stay home. Winds of this magnitude can turn everyday objects into dangerous projectiles. Loose garden furniture, bins, and even small branches can be picked up and hurled through the air, posing a serious risk to anyone caught outside. Large trees may be uprooted and roof tiles can be ripped away, causing further hazards on the ground. The safest place to be during the storm's peak is indoors, away from windows and glass doors. Families are being advised to gather in the most secure part of their homes, keep emergency supplies close, and stay tuned to local news and weather updates. It's a time for caution and vigilance. Even outside the amber warning zones, yellow wind warnings are in effect for much of Scotland. Here, gusts could still reach up to 70 miles per hour, more than enough to cause travel delays, minor damage, and dangerous driving conditions. Motorists are being urged to slow down, keep both hands on the wheel, and watch for sudden gusts, especially on exposed roads and bridges. All of Scotland, from the Highlands to the Lowlands, needs to be on high alert. Local councils are issuing emergency alerts, and communities are coming together to help the most vulnerable, checking on elderly neighbors, securing loose items, and making sure everyone has what they need to ride out the storm safely. Storm Bram's winds are the biggest threat in the north today. Take no chances, heed the warnings, stay indoors, and put safety first as Scotland faces the full force of this powerful storm. While Scotland faces wind, South Wales and southwest England are under amber rain warnings. Intense persistent rain is expected with up to 100 mm or 4 inches in some areas. The ground is already saturated, so flooding is likely and can develop quickly. Rail lines in South Wales and the southwest are closed or disrupted due to flooding. Residents in amber zones should move valuables upstairs, have a flood kit ready, and be ready to turn off utilities. Flood alerts and warnings are in place, take them seriously. Roads can turn to rivers in hours, prepare for the worst, act early, safety first. Northwest England faces both strong winds and heavy rain under yellow warnings. Up to 80 millimeters of rain could fall, especially in hilly areas, raising flood risks. Gusts of 50-60 milliwatt are expected, making driving hazardous, especially on exposed routes. Past flooding means residents are on high alert. Local authorities are monitoring rivers and have teams ready for emergencies. Secure loose items, check travel routes, and be prepared for rapid changes. Even yellow warnings can mean real disruption. Treat Storm Bram with respect. Storm Bram is causing chaos across the UK's travel network. High winds have closed the M48 Severn Bridge, forcing traffic onto the M4 and causing major delays. Lane restrictions and possible closures are in place on the M4 Prince of Wales Bridge. Rail lines in South Wales, the Southwest, and Scotland are closed or disrupted by flooding and wind. Train operators urge passengers to check for updates. Many journeys are delayed or cancelled. Amber warnings often mean closed roads and cancelled trains. Even yellow means hazardous travel. Only travel if essential, and be fully prepared for delays. Check forecasts and closures before setting out. Safety comes first. Prepare your home before the storm hits. Secure or bring inside anything the wind could pick up. Garden furniture, trampolines, bins, lock windows and doors, and have an emergency kit ready: torches, batteries, power bank, water, snacks. Stay indoors during peak winds and away from windows. Park cars in garages or away from trees and buildings. Check on vulnerable neighbors. Community spirit matters. These simple steps can prevent injury and damage. Don't wait until the last minute. Preparation is key. Look out for each other. Stay safe. Danger to life in amber warnings is not an exaggeration. High winds can send debris flying and create hazardous coastal conditions. Flooding is especially dangerous. Just 6 inches of fast water can knock you over, and 2 feet can float a car. Never walk or drive through floodwater. You can't see hidden dangers. The Environment Agency and Natural Resources Wales issue flood alerts. Be prepared, and flood warnings. Act now. Move valuables and turn off utilities if flooding is expected. Severe flood warnings mean immediate danger. Follow emergency services advice and evacuate if told. These warnings are based on real-time data and are not issued lightly. Know the levels, know what to do. Your safety depends on it. As Storm Bram moves on, staying informed is vital. Weather can change fast. Check Met Office updates, local news, and official social media. Even after the storm's peak, more rain and wind are likely, so stay vigilant. Don't let your guard down. Flood risks remain high. Help neighbors, especially the elderly or vulnerable, during and after the storm. The cleanup can take days. Community support makes a difference. Recap: listen to emergency services, avoid unnecessary travel, and never enter floodwater. Your safety is the top priority. Be prepared, stay informed, and make smart choices. Together, we'll get through Storm Bram.